I decided to get my hair cut and restyled at one of the most unique hairdressers in Harajuku. So if you're walking through Takashita Dori, you might see this little entranceway which is full of Love Live memorabilia, and this is actually a hair salon. They have their own social media and TikTok account where they do people's hair and they dress in cosplay, and as you can probably tell from their videos, this place looks kind of crazy. And as an out and proud weeaboo, I could not resist the opportunity to go and get my hair cut and restyled at a place like this. And so I'm going to tell you if this place was foreigner friendly, and I'll show you how my hair turned out. Now, one of the first things that you might see about the salon is this little board outside of the hairdressers, and this is where they tell you the base pricing. Now, a cut, bleach and colour is listed at 25,000. However, mine ended up costing closer to 37,000. So just be aware that when you go, you might end up paying more than the base listed price, but that doesn't mean you're getting ripped off. Because to be totally fair, I did spend about 4.5 hours in the chair here. And speaking of getting to the chair, the salon is as impressive as it looks online. Nearly all of the staff are dressed in cosplay for the entire duration of your haircut and dye. And as you can tell, the place is highly decorated with fan merchandise. So for somebody who is a collector, low-key, I was geeking out. I got put in the Black Butler seat, so I was surrounded by a lot of Black Butler merchandise. And man, it made me wish that I'd actually ever watched Black Butler, because I haven't. Look, I knew a friend in school who was obsessed with Black Butler, and their insistence on me watching it actively made me not want to watch it. I will eventually, I swear. And at your station, you also get an iPad or even a games console to play during your haircut. And although the primary language is set to Japanese, a lot of the anime actually have English subtitles, so I was happily rewatching Apothecary Diaries Season 2 during my haircut. Now, when it comes to the language barrier, I did something in advance of my haircut to try and make it easier, and I would recommend doing this if you can. I basically just made a little mood board of images of the haircut that I wanted, as well as what I wanted my hair color to be like, and I just added some basic instructions in Japanese to explain what I was trying to go for. This can be very easily achieved using Google Translate. But again, don't worry, because my hairdresser, despite knowing very little English, made the effort to constantly Google Translate stuff to ask me questions and double check on things that I wanted. So at no point was I left in the dark with what was happening to my hair. They were constantly communicating with me. And like I said, I spent about 4.5 hours in the chair, but don't worry, I got offered free drinks and I even got a little snack box. And so I was perfectly content during my haircut. Now, nothing really crazy happened during my haircut. I didn't see any insanely crazy antics. I just saw a lot of professionals working hard at their job, and it was a very comfortable environment. And again, despite the language barrier potentially causing a level of isolation, I actually felt very comfortable. And at the end of the day, I think my hair turned out pretty great, and it was definitely exactly what I wanted when it came to my initial design. And so if you are wanting to try something new, or you're wanting to get your hair done in Harajuku, I definitely feel like the novelty and the quality of the work is worth paying for.